The things you will need flour, baking spray, measuring cup, and the ingredients in the Auntie Annie's baking mix, which is salt, baking soda, sugar, dry yeast, dough mix, a bowl, and a baking pan. The first step you will need to do is you will need to get 1/4 of lukewarm water, your dry yeast package, open it, and let it dissolve in the water for 2 minutes. You must make sure that you put all the dry yeast in so it'll be a perfect measurement. Now you will let it dissolve for 2 minutes and set it aside. Before you start, you will need to wash your hands. We have let the dry yeast set aside for 2 minutes. Now we can mix the dough mix and the dry yeast together in a large bowl until it forms into a large ball. Now we will start by opening the dough mix. Like I said, we will have to take all of the dough out so it'll be a perfect measure. And we will put the dry yeast inside. And now we will start mixing until the combinations are mixed into a perfect ball. Now that we have mixed the dry yeast and the dough mixed together and formed into a large ball, we will need to have a base of flour and knead the dough for 5 to 7 minutes. Now that was a workout. Now that we are done for kneading this dough for 7 minutes, we can leave it aside for 30 minutes. And make sure you cover it with non-stick plastic wrapper. While we wait, we will preheat the oven to 425. Now that we have let the dough rise for 30 minutes, we will be able to form it into little pretzels. Now you will need to make it into a tube. Now that we have made the dough into 3 large big pieces, we will make the doughs into ropes. Now that we have cut the big large balls into little tiny pretzel balls, it will let us make 9 pretzels so we can share for the whole family. You will need to make the dough as long as a rope so you can form it into a pretzel. The first things you need to do is you need to form it into a U shape. Then cross the 2. And now, once you cross the 2, you must pull those 2 tops and stick it to the bottom. And now you will have to do that for the rest of the balls. While we're making our pretzels, we will grab a large bowl and fill it up with 4 cups of water and take our white baking soda bag and pour it in. And let it sit there. While we're making the pretzels, we need to dip it in the baking soda that has the water. As you can see, we have left the pretzels on the baking pan so it can sit aside. Spray the pan with nonstick spray so the pretzels won't get stuck on the pan. You first make the U shape. This is the A, this is the B. You must shape the A and the B and cross it together. Then make a hole in the middle, a big hole. Then grab these 2, twist it, put it on the bottom, spread it aside so you can have space. Now, put it inside the baking water and set it aside. Now, since we're done, we have preheated the oven. We are going to go bake it for 15 minutes. As you can see, we are putting the salt and the sugar on the pretzels. As you can see, we've already put the salt on the pretzels. So now we're going to go let it bake for 10 minutes. But for the other ones, let's just let it aside for plain. So once they're baked, we can put the sugar. Now we are melting butter so we can polish the pretzels and put sugar on the plain ones. They're ready! We have let them cool off for 2 minutes. Now it is time to polish it with melted butter and put the cinnamon sugar on the plain ones. Now we are polishing the pretzels and we're about to put the sugar on them. Ta-da! We're done. We have polished them with butter and we put the sugar on. Now it's time for the taste tester. Yeah!
Oh, what kind of delicious treats am I going to eat today?
How about you try this homemade pretzel from Auntie Annie's?
Perfecto Mundos!
Alright, goodbye and see you next time on Kailani's Bakery.
Bye! Okay, that one.
Shut up! Put everything back.
Shut up, shut up.
And a baking pan. Pain?
You did it so perfect except pain. You need a baking pain. You need a baking pain.
Baby pig.
A baking pan.
A baking pan!
$50 baby.
I get that
A beautiful party.
It's not ready?
Yeah, 2 minutes. I only did 1 minute. Now it's counting the other minute.
Oh my gosh, it's breaking. Oh, hi.
Now we will open. Oh, dang. Okay. Ready? Action.
Hold on.
Do you want me to, like, crouch down? Now we will make.
Okay. Ready?
No, but I look so weird. Now we will make. Now we will combine.
Sit down normally then.
Yes, I love beautiful. Okay. I'm gonna go be sexy.
Are you good?
Now I need to wash my hands.
No,
You know.
you're fine. Whatever. Nobody knows. Hurry up. We only have half an hour left.
Start.
It is start.
Oh.
Hold on.
We need better scissors.
No.
Okay. Now that we have mixed the dry yeast and the baking powder, and the baking mixed together,
No. And the mixing and the dough.
and the dough mixed together, that we and formed it. Now that we have mixed the dry yeast and the dough mixed together, no. Now that we have made, now that we have mixed the dry yeast and the dough mixed together and formed it into a big ball, we are going to grab ourselves this mattress and dough it.
Are you done? Okay. Okay.
No, don't start. Okay, now that we have formed the dry yeast and the baking dough together to form a ball, we will need a base of flour, and we will need and we will have to knead the dough. And we will have to knead the dough for 5 to 7 minutes. Let's do it. Let's do it. This was part of the plan.
This is what happens when you let your children alone for 2 hours. Oh God. Oh no. Oh no. Oh God. Oh
It's
God.
like here.
Oh. 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 Oh.